Well, generators, inverters and UPS backup systems seem to be in short supply at the moment as households and businesses do what they can to keep things going. Power cuts are due to end on Saturday, but with a wonky system, they can return at a moment's notice. With little by way of short to medium-term solutions being offered by government, it's up to businesses to figure out how they'll remain productive. Well, Aviwe Mtila is out in the field to find out how businesses are coping. Aviwe, there must be some extremely frustrated business owners out there who are just losing rands by the minute.
Many of them, eNCA, and it's just devastating seeing the impact on small businesses. I'm at Nandi's Kitchen now in Brumley, Johannesburg, where Nandi Swanala is basically telling me that they've just gotten back on their feet following the devastation of the lootings and the riots that we saw where they had to close down and losing money there. But now she's facing load shedding, which is hitting the business quite hard in itself. I want to actually catch up with Nandi Swanala just to find out how the business has been faring. So Swam, thank you for joining us at eNCA, but what are the major challenges that you've had to face and what have you had to do differently because of load shedding?
Load shedding has affected our business because we used to use the electricity and we couldn't use it anymore. We had to go out of our budget and buy the gas stove. And the gas stove cost us nearly 5.5, you know. And also it affected our fridge, like when the load shedding goes away, and then we don't take, our meat becomes off, and we end up losing, we end up throwing the meat because we can't cook the rotten meat for the clients.
And then, Siswam, you have this impact of load shedding, but just maybe give us an idea now. If load shedding is to continue, are you meeting your demands? First, let's start there. Are you meeting your monthly requirements?
Actually, at the moment, we can't even reach our target, and we are suffering to even pay our rent because no customers can eat the cold food.
And then if load shedding is to continue, how will that impact the business itself?
I would definitely end up closing the business because there's nothing we can do. And since already it has cost us more money, we are putting more money, we are getting nothing. We don't make our target.
Okay, thank you very much. It's Nandi Swanala, the owner of Nandi's Kitchen. But I want to get a quick word from one of the employees here to get an understanding. They say if load shedding continues, you heard from the boss here, they're most likely going to close the shop.
Yes, if they close down, I'll be jobless. I have kids to support. I have rent to pay. So I will sit down without a job. I can't survive without a job. How am I going to feed my kid and pay my rent? It's going to be difficult for me.
Okay, thank you very much. The real impact, eNCA, of load shedding on the ground here in Brumley. Nandi's Kitchen had a devastation, losses basically during the looting. As they're trying to get back up, they're now faced with the load shedding pandemic, I'll call it that. She says she had to buy the stove for nearly 5,500 rand to accommodate the lights that are continuously going off. On top of the stove, she has to get gas as well to get the stove running. And on top of that, there's still electricity. This month, she hasn't met her monthly demands, such as rent. She hasn't paid rent as yet. It's the 10th of November, and you heard if load shedding is to continue, eNCA, the chances are that she'll have to shut down this Nandi's Kitchen, and of course, the impact on the jobs as well. As you heard one of the employees saying that they'll have to sit at home without a job.
Well, that's eNCA's Aviwe Mtila. Stay with us throughout the day for the latest on the power crisis.